Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up guys, Eater94 back again here with another action figure review. Today we're going to look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts, the Dragon Ball Super version of Future Trunks. This is a web exclusive, as we can see down below here on the box. We got the new blue Bandai logo with the sticker of authenticity here. Got lots of accessories, very excited. There's the side, here is the other side of the box, and then finally we have the back side displaying the figure and its accessories and some various poses. So don't forget guys, you guys can pre-order this guy at agelessgeeks.com. There's a link down below, you guys can check that out. The US release comes out in about a month or so, maybe even less. Alright, and here we have our Future Trunks out of the box, and what a great looking Trunks figure. I mean, this looks very nice just straight out of the box. My first impressions of this guy is it's a very nice looking figure. Looks good. Pretty happy with it so far, and he comes with some accessories here that you're gonna like. So first and foremost, we'll get that out the way first. We do get the normal face right there. Actually, let's go through the swords and accessories and the hands before we get to the faces. We have a long normal sword, nothing too crazy here, just your normal sword that he will hold. The bottom of the handle actually comes off right here, so you can slide it in his hand easier. So that is removable. So this is your normal sword, and then on the show, of course, if you have watched it, he does break his sword, and I think Goku Black breaks it. And here's another one for that, so you can recreate that scene. And then this is actually the one that you can sheath into his sword sheath here, so you can never know that that's the broken one inside. And then since we're on the sword already, we do get the awesome Sword of Hope here. So the when he makes the sword blade out of energy, and here it is. So to do that is when, of course, he had the broken sword. So you stick the broken sword inside, and there you have the Sword of Hope. Very nice. And then to accompany the Sword of Hope, we do get a stand for the Sword of Hope. It looks like this will get a little heavy, so I'm guessing that's why they included a stand just for the sword. So if you need to display him with the sword, this will help it hold it up as so here. So perfectly able to fit it into there. So this is a new different looking stand for Figuarts. Never seen that included with anything. So that's the only stand you get. You don't get a flight stand or nothing like that. Now he does come with two fists that are on the figure itself, as you see. Then we do get a left hand that is open, but more of a calm posture or a calm pose. Then we get a right hand that is to grab a sword, of course. Then we have the left hand right here, so we get two of those, and then we get two open blasting hands here, and then lastly we get two grabbing hands. And if you notice, there is a peg hole inside the right hand here, and that is for the Gallic ball effect here, which comes with a little stand. See if we can get this to focus real quick. So there it is, and then you stick it on to the peg hole in this hand. So obviously you can only use it for this hand, and look at that, that looks great. So very nice effect, and it goes well with the hand. It fits in there sturdy, so that's always nice. As for Trunks' face, we get this normal happy face, or just normal, you know, in a good mood face. Got the hair sculpted very nice, very accurate to the Dragon Ball Super show. Here's your other extra powered down face. We get a yelling, screaming face. That looks good. There's the paint on the teeth, and the tongue and the mouth inside looks good, nice and clean. And he's a little more angrier in this this face here. Then we're going to move on to a completely different head. Here we get the Super Saiyan head. Very nice new sculpt for the Super Saiyan hair, of course. And that looks great. It's almost like a ascended Super Saiyan form here. And we get this face, which is a screaming young face, similar to the one that we got on the regular powered down face, but slightly different, of course. And then lastly, here's your final face for the Super Saiyan hair sculpt. It's this even angrier face. So lots of expressions, lots of different poses you can probably pull off with this figure, thanks to the amount of faces that he comes with. 4 is a solid, decent number for any figure release, so that's nice that they included so many. Alright, and of course we're going to have to sheath or strap on his sheath for the sword. So this is just like the original Trunks that we've gotten before. It's gonna snap off here. It's a little peg, so be careful with these. From what I remember on the original ones, and I'm speaking on the normal Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks SH Figuarts figure, those straps were breaking. So hopefully they fixed it here. It seems to be a very easy fit. Nothing's tight, nothing's pulling too hard on each other here. And I almost missed it, but there is a peg hole on the back here that secures the sheath completely so it doesn't just dangle around. So now it's in there 100% secure. I tucked it in underneath the scarf, which is a solid piece that's kind of pegged there so it doesn't move around either. The scarf and the collar of the jacket is that one separate piece here. But it looks good once you tuck it in underneath the collar and peg it onto the back. Looks beautiful. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation of Future Trunks. We get the head on our standard ball joint hinge with a swivel here. It's going to swivel left and right. The collar, or the scarf around his neck, is going to get in the way a little bit. The bottom of his chin. It's okay. You can still have him look to the side and whatnot. You can even have it go up like this. Looks kind of weird. But the whole entire neck swivels too. So that's good. Looking down, you're going to tuck his mouth inside there a little bit. So you have that, but it's not entirely horrible. He looks up just fine too. You just got to angle it and position it well so it can look natural. As for his arms, we get the arms going forward and back. They go in and out. It looks like we get a butterfly joint. So these shoulders are going to go in and out. See if you can see that. Just like that. So I do like that. We get a bicep swivel down here at the lower bicep, right above the elbow joint. Then we get a double jointed elbow here. Swivel at the wrist with a ball jointed hinge. A diaphragm joint here that swivels left and right, and it crunches back and forward. Then we do get a swivel at the lower abdominal area, which is the waist. So the belt here is a separate piece, which is the bottom of the jacket slash the belt. Kind of see the belt, it's tucked in underneath the jacket, but they made that one piece here. So it looks good. I like that. We get the new groin articulation, of course, which is standard now. So it goes forward like this and back. We go in and out about this far. We do get thigh swivels. Then we get a double jointed knee here with a shin. No, shin does not swivel. The ankle does swivel. We get a pivot at the ankle, a hinge at the ankle, and then we get a toe hinge at the foot. Alright, and here we can start our size comparisons, or our just comparisons straight off with other Trunks figures. We get the armored Future Trunks from the Dragon Ball Z series here on the left side. This was among the first releases that included the new growing area piece. So, pretty cool. And you can see here, this is the longer hair version of Future Trunks with the bun in the back from the Android Saga. And his hair was purple back in Dragon Ball Z. Now it is blue in Dragon Ball Super. They never really explain why his hair changed. Maybe as he grows older, it changes color. I don't know. But Bulma's hair turned blue too. I think hers was always blue. But yeah, they really never explained that. If you guys know why his hair turned blue, let me know if there's actually a reason for that. Maybe as he ages, he turns blue hair. And anyways, here is the Future Trunks Super Saiyan, which is one of the early releases of the series of SH Figuarts here. And that's how he looks next to him. You can see here, this is just the standard Super Saiyan form. And that is it for our Trunks SH Figuarts. There is a premium edition, premium color edition of the same exact Trunks here, which is just a color difference. So no need to compare that one. So we'll get his father in here. This is the Majin Vegeta SH Figuarts, but I put on the normal head from the Scouter Vegeta on. So he's got the black hair. So there he is next to his father. Until we get the Dragon Ball Super Vegeta that's coming out really soon from the Broly movie, which is, the pre-order's coming out soon. The actual figure comes out next year. So, anyways, there he is next to his father. Looks good. Alright, so somebody on Instagram reached out to me and asked me to try on the monocle fit face on this body, or on this, I guess, hair scope, to see how it would look. So I'm going to do that real quick to see if you could even do it. So I'm going to detach the head, of course, and why not? I'm just going to go ahead and put the head straight up and see if it even fits. As for this whole head straight up, It's not gonna snap in. Actually, the hole's too big, so it's just gonna sit there. But this is how he looks with this head. Now, what he wanted was just the face, so I don't think it's gonna work because I think the holes are different. Yeah, they're definitely different. So this is the Super Saiyan head, and here's the Super Saiyan head that comes with this actual figure. And the holes, yeah, that's not gonna work out at all because there's not even any holes in the hair here. There's pegs on both, so it's not gonna work on the actual demonical fit one. There's holes there so you can attach the face, so this will not work even if I wanted to try it because it's just not gonna fit. Those that are wondering whether or not you can use the new head on the older bodies, it's not going to fit the peg on the armored Trunks body. So the peg on here is actually too fat or too thick for the peg hole on this head here. So it's not going to fit unless you probably drill that down a little bit, or fine it down. And the same thing goes for the original Future Trunks. This one's actually too small, I think. At least the neck is. There's no neck here because this is an older body. It'll fit through the peg hole, but the head's too big for this body, or I guess the neck's not long enough. But if you just leave it on top, kind of just don't even push it in, I guess you can get away with it like that. Alright, and before I close out the video, I of course have to show the Sword of Hope here, and this is why we need a stand. It is very heavy, so it'll lay on the floor just fine, but if you want to pose it up in any way, you're gonna need that stand because it's not gonna hold quite well. So you can see the wrist isn't holding it. There it goes. If you kind of I don't know, position it at a certain way, you can get him to hold it, but his wrist is gonna be all weird as you see there, and he's very heavy, so he's gonna fall forward. So we need that stand to hold the Sword of Hope, unfortunately, unless you can really balance him somehow. Even then, he'll probably be hanging on by a thread, so you might not want to hang it on a shelf and have him fall over. But of course, that's not a great pose, but just to show the stand working its magic there and holding the Sword of Hope, whatever. Stay tuned for the end of the video where you'll see actual good photos of the figure. But that was just real quick for the camera, and that's about it for the review. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to show. That's everything he comes with, and this figure's fantastic. I'm really loving this Trunks. Might be my favorite Trunks figure in the line. I like this a little more than the actual Dragon Ball Z series of Trunks. So these two right here, if I had to pick one between the three, I'm gonna have to go with the one in the middle there. I don't know, something about it just looks great. But they're all good figures. I love it. Very nice addition to our Dragon Ball Super character family of the line. So very nice choice. It's a web exclusive, but Bluefin distributes it, so it should be no problem. Make sure you guys place your orders as soon as possible, because we know web exclusives will eventually sell out and they do not get reissues. But that's it. Not gonna talk no more. I keep going and going. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I sure did. This is a great looking figure. Very nice. Might end up on my top 10 list. Who knows? But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, have a great day. Bye.